Hi everybody, I'm Dr. Lori Zellinger. I'm here to explain coronavirus to you. This video is for kids. Kids, you might want to know that I'm a mom and a grandma, and grown-ups, you may want to know that I'm a board-certified psychologist and a registered play therapist. But I'm here to explain that new virus to everybody. So one of the things that we're going to do is explain the rules, the things to remember. And I'm going to show them to you on our board. So remember, wash your hands, do not touch your face, keep distance from other people, and cough into a tissue. But if you don't have a tissue, you'll cough into your elbow. Remember, when you cough, when you sneeze, cover your face, if you please. So let me tell you what the doctors, who are so far the best experts at this, are telling us. One of the things is that we have to wash our hands a lot, even more than you might want to, and for 20 seconds. But how long is 20 seconds? Aha! If you sing happy birthday 2 times, that should be enough. So watch me. I'm taking you to my sink. And I am using my soap on my hands. Can you hear my water running? Here I go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear everybody. Happy birthday to you. Oh, but that was just one time. I have to do it again. Listen to this tune. Happy birthday to you. I just wanted to tell you in my own special way that you're extra special, so have a great day. Hey! And that should be 20 seconds. And now I'm getting all the soap off my hands. And I'm drying it with a paper towel that I'm going to throw in the garbage. The other thing we're going to be doing is leaving it to the grown-ups to wipe surfaces and to wipe other things. So this is a good wipe. We're going to use this on surfaces, but mostly grown-ups have to handle these things. Or we could use these kind of wipes on a surface. And if we get stuff on our hands, we can either use an alcohol wipe, ta-da, or we could use hand sanitizer. Because the coronavirus is a new virus and we don't want it to get into our body. Since it's new, our body isn't really used to fighting it because we have a lot of germ fighters in our body. And things like if you had strep throat or a bellyache or a cough before, the germ fighters in your body say, I know what this is. I've seen it before. I got this. And you don't need so many. But with a new virus, no people have ever had it before. So nobody is really good at fighting it. So we want to keep it out of our bodies. That's why we're going to wash it off our hands, and we're going to do our best to keep it away from our face. Do not touch your face. Should you be touching your face?
For the last time, no.
Should we keep our hands away from our face? And it said yes. We should keep our hands away from our face. I know a lot of times, the different ways that the reason for keeping it away from our face is because we have openings in our face that lead to the inside of our body. Like our nose, we know that when we cough or when we sneeze, stuff and germs can come out of our nose and out of our mouth. And we even know about our eyes that they lead to the inside of our body because when we cry or have tears, they come from the inside out. So we don't want to put our hands in our mouth. Ow! hands. We don't want to put our fingers in our nose, but I know that some people like to pick their nose. If you really have to pick your nose, see this big finger? Put a tissue on it. Pick, 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 and throw away the tissue. Or pick, 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 and throw away the tissue. Thank you, helpers. I'm just clearing away some of my space now. Because the other thing is, those germs are invisible. We can't see them. So the thing is, if we're going to cough or sneeze, we want to make sure that we try not to spread the germ. So for instance, watch what's going to happen now. I'm going to pretend to sneeze. Ready? Achoo! Did I do a good job? Except there might be germs all over here. How do I know if they're germs? I can't see them, but they might be here. And then if I put my hands on my desk and I have germs, and then I put my hands on my face, what's going to happen? Are there germs going to be on my face? Yeah, right? Was that a good idea?
No. Sorry.
I forgot. Okay, then what I have to do is wipe my face. I put my hands by my face and I shouldn't have done it. Can you see? I'm now probably looking quite silly. But I'm going to wash my face to get those germs off. That was the reminder to me that germs can spread anywhere. In fact, you may see people who are covering their faces with masks. Have you seen that yet? And sometimes they look a little bit silly. I'm wondering, do I still have any germs on my face that you can see? Maybe. And that's okay, because these are pretend germs. But you might see people who are wearing masks like this one. You know why they're doing that? And can you still tell that it's me? They're doing that because either they don't want to give you their germs or they don't want your germs. So this way, if they put their mask on, it's a reminder, don't touch your face. So you might see people wearing masks. And that was do not touch your face. To remember that it says keep distance from other people, well, let me show you what that means. I don't know if you can see all of my friends here. These are all of the people who come to my playroom. There's a lot of them, and they're pretty close together. Oh, look, even Cinderella came to see me. Oh, and a policeman came and a mailman came. They're pretty close. But when they're saying that we should keep our distance, they mean stay about 6 to 10 feet away from somebody else. I'll show you how big 6 to 10 feet is, and then I'm going to show you what it looks like when we take away some people and make more space. Let's see. So this is 1 foot, and this is 2 feet, and this is 3 feet, and this is 4 feet, and this is 5 feet, and this is 6 feet. And that's the least amount that we're supposed to be from somebody else. But even more is even better. So this is what 8 feet away looks like. Now, it's hard to stay that far away some places. So schools and some of your clubs and things are canceled because there's no way to keep everybody so far away from each other. Some people are calling that social distancing. Social means being around other people, and distance means how far away you are. So if I want to make it appropriate, or if I want to create a good social distance, I'm going to have to take some people out. So, sorry, Mr. King, you're coming out, and 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 you're coming out. Oh, and you're coming out. Oh, Frozen, sorry, you're coming out. Oh, this guy is so cool, I think I'll leave him there. If he has a mighty sword, maybe he can be a germ fighter. And you're coming out, and you're coming out, and you're coming out, and you're coming out. And now, can you tell that there's less people around? It's not so crowded anymore. And this is what social distancing looks like when there's space around everybody. Because this way, if there's space, and if you sneeze or if you spread some germs, those germs probably can't fly all the way from him to him, or him to him, or him to him, or him to him. So that's social distancing. Some people also talk about if they think that maybe they were near somebody who has coronavirus, they want to stay away from them. Maybe you heard the word quarantine. That means stay away from other people. So usually people stay inside their house. If they're in isolation, they have to stay in one room. But if they're in quarantine, that means that they stay away from most of the other people. And right now, it looks like people are supposed to stay in quarantine for about 14 days. That's not 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 or 10 or 11 or 12 or 13, but 14 days. Quarantine might look like this, where they're in their house. Isn't that a pretty house? Don't you wish you could live in something like that? But if they're in isolation, they have to stay in their room. And nobody is supposed to come in or out. So these are the most important facts that I can think of to share with you. And I'm going to go over them one more time. It's wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Keep your distance from other people and cough into a tissue. But if you don't have a tissue, cough into your elbow. So guys, I hope I've answered some questions for you. I'm Dr. Lori Zellinger, child psychologist, and I hope that the grown-ups in your family can answer questions for you. Thanks for listening.